Summer's in full swing, and I've gathered some of my favorite summer camping gear to show you today. I've also got some tips on how you can save money on these camping gear. So let's get to it. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My summer has been going great so far. I've gone on already 2 camping trips with the new Snow Peak Land Nest, and I gotta say that the Snow Peak Land Nest shelter is an excellent shelter or tent for a small family of 3 to 4 people. There's a lot to like about this shelter. It's easy to set up, has an inner tent room to separate sleeping and living space, and high enough for you to stand inside a tent. It's such a great shelter for my family, as my daughter's able to hang out in the inner tent room while we relax and cook and just hang out in the living space. It provides plenty of space to comfortably store all your camping gear in one spot. But perhaps the most attractive thing about the Land Nest shelter is its price. It's only $750 and it includes everything, so you can create a very comfortable camping environment for your family. The Land Nest shelter is only $250 more than Snow Peak's best-selling tent, the Alpha Breeze. I feel like with that kind of money, you are getting so much value out of your money with the Land Nest shelter. So I highly recommend you guys getting a Land Nest shelter if you haven't already for your summer camping season this year. As summer progresses, there's going to be fire bans at campground, especially in my neck of the woods. So an easy way to still enjoy your campfire is to convert your Takibi fire pit into a propane fire pit to follow the guidelines of the fire ban. The Zudo got an upgrade to a new version called SP1, and it's a great addition to your camping gear inventory. And let me tell you how great it is for having a propane fire pit at your convenience, anytime, anywhere. I've been using the Zudo propane adapter for the Takibi fire pit over 2 years now, and as you can see, this is the original Zudo that I have, and then this is the new Zudo SP1. The original Zudo didn't come with a carrying case, so I used the Floga carrying case. The new SP1 has a carrying case that comes nicely packaged like this. Another cosmetic difference is that the lava rocks of the SP1 is smaller. But let's go quickly over why the SP1 is an upgrade to the original Zudo. The SP1 has better burning efficiency, less shut, and a more natural looking flame. The Zudo has made it so convenient for me to start a fire instantly to enjoy time with my family. The best part about the Zudo is being able to use it in a well ventilated shelter because it doesn't produce sparks. I've also cooked on the Zudo as well, so I highly recommend you guys getting a Zudo SP1 for this summer season. I've also got a discount code that's exclusive to this channel for you guys to check out and use to save yourself some money, so make sure you check the link in the description. Next up, let's talk about food and drink storage at camp. I cook a lot of food while camping, so we have to bring a lot of food, and in order to keep it fresh, my preferred way is to have a portable refrigerator. I used to use an ice cooler to keep all my food and drinks cool, but switching to a portable refrigerator is the best decision I've ever made. I totally recommend you guys getting a fridge from Iceco because they make quality fridges that are a fraction of the price comparing to some of the other major brands. So you are getting a lot of value for your money. My go-to fridge for the summer season is the APL 35. It has a 35-liter capacity, which is the perfect amount for a weekend camping trip. It's lightweight, only at 32 pounds, making it easy to carry to and from your campsite. Lastly, it's a dual zone refrigerator, meaning that you can have a freezer section to keep frozen foods. I don't have to worry about food safe temperature when I'm using the APL 35 because it's going to stay at the temperature that I set it to. I also like to use the smaller compartment as a freezer to prolong food for longer camping trips. But perhaps the reason why I love the APL 35 so much compared to other refrigerators that are in the market is the way it looks. It doesn't look like a fridge, but rather it looks like a camping gear box. Those are the reasons why I love the APL 35 so much, and I highly recommend you guys get the APL 35 for your camping needs this summer season. There's a 20% discount for the APL 35 for Prime Day, so make sure you check out the link in the video description. Using a portable fridge is great, but there's another issue that you have to manage. Instead of managing ice, you have to manage power consumption at camp. So as you can see, I have various power stations from Ecoflow to Jackery to Oupes, and they all range from 250 watt hour all the way to 2000 watt hour. So let's take a look at why these are some of my favorite power stations and what I use it for. So let's take a look at the lowest capacity power station, which is the Ecoflow River 3. I have both the Ecoflow River 3 and Ecoflow River 3 Plus with the extra battery. So when you use this combination right here, it becomes the Ecoflow River 3 Max. But originally, when there was a refresh on the River 3 series, this was my go-to, as it's a very small battery, but also at the same time very powerful, and it serves all of my camping needs for charging my phones, my camera battery, and really the basic things that I need for camp. Then came the River 3 Plus, and I thought to myself, wow, I will never need this, as it's slightly bigger than the River 3 and I needed something smaller. But honestly, when I have the choice and when I'm grabbing power stations for camping, I always end up grabbing the River 3 Plus with the extra battery. It has plenty of output ports to charge smaller electronic devices. I like how there are 3 AC output ports and 2 of it is smartly placed in the back. On the back side, I like how there's a door that covers up the charging inputs to keep it protected. It takes an hour to charge the River 3 Plus, but you can also charge it via solar or 12 volt DC charging. I'm not that crazy about using extra battery to expand a power station, but in this case, I find myself carrying the extra battery for the River 3 Plus all the time. Like I said before, when you connect the River 3 Plus with an extra battery, it converts it into the River 3 Max. This means that the River 3 Plus just went from 286 watt-hour into 572 watt-hour capacity and still 600 watt output. It's unfortunate that the AC output remains the same even though you added an extra battery. I wish if it was a little higher so that way I can run higher electronic devices. Overall, I think the River 3 Plus is a great small battery pack that allows you to expand on its capacity in the future if you need it. I always find myself carrying this combo to camp to give myself a peace of mind to charge smaller electronic devices and basically bring it around my campsite, share it with people, and just kind of leave it right next to me because it's so easy to lug around. So check out the link in the description to save yourself some money on Ecoflow products. Beyond the smaller capacity power station, I actually like the 1000 watt capacity power station the most. It's my most commonly used capacity when I'm going car camping. I have both the Jackery 1000 V2 and the Ecoflow Delta 3 Plus, so let's take a look at when I use these power stations and what I like about each one. I like the Ecoflow Delta 3 Plus for its rich features and app. It has so many AC output all squeezed into one space. The AC outputs on the edge is smartly designed to rotate sideways, allowing you to plug in bigger plugs. This power station has a power output of 1800 watts. That means that it can run everything from my small electronic devices to my espresso machine and, surprisingly, also the AC in my Airstream base camp. All the specs of the Ecoflow Delta 3 is better than the Jackery 1000 V2, but you can't count Jackery out yet. The Jackery 1000 is lighter at 23.8 pounds compared to Ecoflow's 27.6 pounds. It has a lower power drain during idle of 14 watt compared to Ecoflow's 17 watts. This is probably due to Jackery's smaller inverter outputting 1500 watts compared to Ecoflow's output of 1800 watts. The Jackery unfortunately cannot run my Airstream Basecamp AC, but it can run my espresso machine. The Jackery 1000 is selling for $450 on Amazon Prime Day compared to the Ecoflow Delta 3 Plus selling for $699 on Amazon Prime Day. I actually prefer to use the Jackery for camping and Ecoflow for home backup. The reason why is that the Jackery is easier to carry around and it can take a beating. The Jackery does exactly what I want it to do for all of my mid-level power camping needs. Although being able to run the Airstream Basecamp AC is really nice, but 1 kilowatt hour is too little in order to run that continuously. So really, it's not practical to run the Basecamp AC with only 1 kilowatt hour. With that being said, I love the Ecoflow Delta 3 Plus as a home backup. Ecoflow took design inspirations from other tech companies and made their power station so beautiful. It looks wonderful in the home, and you know, when I bring it to camp, it's great, but at the same time, I'm afraid that I'm gonna scratch it. And as you can see up close right here, I already have some scratches on it, which just breaks my heart. But overall, you can't go wrong with either one of these power stations. Check out the links in the description to save you some money. When 1000 watt hour isn't enough for camping, I like to bring a 2000 watt hour power station, especially when I'm RV camping with my Airstream Basecamp. So 4 years ago when I first got my Airstream Basecamp, I wanted to get a 2000 watt hour power station for the RV, so that way we can go camping and run the AC and be able to run everything with it. So I picked up a Blue Yeti AC 2000P for $1,600. I used my Blue Yeti power station for almost 3 years and I was pretty happy with it, except for a few things. And one of those things was power idle drain. It had a power idle drain of 35 watts. So I would plug in all my devices to charge before I go to bed, and overnight my Blue Yeti would lose about 10 to 15% of its battery capacity. I thought that was such a waste because every percentage counts, especially when I'm winter camping. Not only that, it's super heavy to carry around because we hang out a lot outside, and I didn't really look forward to carrying the Blue Yeti power station from inside the base camp to our hangout space inside the tent. It's 60 pounds. That's really heavy. Eventually, I ended up giving my Blue Yeti to my friend who has a bunch of fishes, and he needed to keep his fish tanks running because he gets a lot of blackouts at his house. Then a little bit afterwards, I found the Oupes Exodus 2400, and it hit all of the pain points that I was having with my old Blue Yeti power station. The Oupes Exodus 2400 has a capacity of 2,232 watt-hour with an AC power output of 2,400 watts. This power station looks humongous, but don't let that fool you because this power station is actually on the lighter side for a 2 kilowatt power station, only weighing in at 45.2 pounds. It makes a huge difference comparing to my old Blue Yeti weighing at 60 pounds. I'm able to take this out of my Airstream base camp easily and set it up into my camping setup outside in the tent or shelter. It can run everything from charging my small electronic devices, running my espresso machine flawlessly, to even running the AC in my Airstream base camp. I can quickly charge the power station via AC input at 1400 watts, which should charge it in about 1.5 hours. This power station can also charge via solar and DC charging, but I actually prefer AC charging because it's so fast that I can just hop on and borrow power at some location and wherever I'm at and charge quickly and then go back to my campsite. Or maybe if they have a place for plug-in for power at the campground, then I'll just do that and, you know, be able to bring it back to my campsite. But perhaps the best thing about this power station is its price. The Oupes Exodus 2400 is selling for only $6.99 for Amazon Prime Day. That's a 36% discount from its MSRP of $1,099. I can't believe that is only 31 cents per watt hour. That's dramatically lower than what I paid for the Blue Yeti all the way back then when I first started Airstream camping. But anyways, you're getting an incredible value for your money, and you can't really beat that with any other major power stations that you see out there. I recommend you guys getting the Oupes Exodus 2400, so make sure you guys check the link for the discount in my video description. Last but not least, I started a new activity this summer that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and that's bike riding. As you can see in the back right here, I have the TST R002 Ebike with me. And I can't rave enough about this bike because it's such a comfortable bike to ride and it's so much fun to ride this bike. I have to be honest that I don't know that much about bike and I'm really casual about my bike riding, but the reason why I picked the TST R002 is because it has a moped style seat. So I was thinking this is going to be really comfortable for me to sit on because I really hate the traditional bike seat. It gets uncomfortable after 30 minutes of riding and it hurts my bottoms. But with the wide and extended seat on the TST e-bike, I'm able to feel all of that comfort. But not only that, there are other features that makes the TST e-bike really comfortable to ride. So let's get into it. The TST e-bike has a 65 to 100 miles pedal assist range, but I tested it on even terrains and it can go for about 15 miles without pedaling. Beyond the comfortable seat of this bike, the other reason why this bike is extremely comfortable is due to its full suspension. I can ride on gravel road and other off-road terrains and feel comfortable from all the bumps on the road. Beyond all of its riding features, it weighs 71 pounds, which is lighter than the average fat tire e-bike. The battery pack is also detachable and lockable, making it easy to charge and prevent theft. The only thing that I haven't figured out about this e-bike is how to attach a bike trailer onto the back wheel of this e-bike. I'll hopefully figure it out soon enough because I haven't really had the time to do it, but we got the trailer and I think my daughter is gonna love sitting in the trailer and she's gonna have so much fun riding with me in the trailer when I'm pedaling my e-bike. I highly recommend you guys get a TST R002 for your fun camping activity. And I have a link in the description that gives you more details and information on this e-bike. So make sure you check it out. What are some of your favorite camping gear this summer? I would love to hear from you on what new camping gear you got, or maybe a new hobby that you picked up. Make sure you guys leave a comment, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.